What do you think the wealth management industry is going to look like 5 years from now, 10 years from 20 years from now, or somewhere in that kind of time range? What are some trends? What are some things that you see positive changes coming? What are maybe some threats to the current business model?
Yeah, well, I mean, I have a hope first, and my hope is that I hope it's more diverse. I think
Mm.
that this, to your point about homogeneity, I just think that this industry, we all look the same, and that just can't be. Like, that is killing innovation. And there are so many opportunities to be really intentional about how we as an industry show up and as a more diverse industry. And so my hope is that in very, short periods of time, 5 years, 10 years, that we absolutely begin to reflect the makeup of this country. I would also say that I believe that we are going to see the rise of personal brands for financial advisors. And so this
Mm.
sort of is to tie together everything that we've just been talking about. But I think that there is a really big opportunity for financial advisors to be able to rise above the noise, stand out from the crowd by creating their own personal brands, even if they're part of a national corporation or potentially like a regional RIA firm. I think that firms that empower their individual advisors to show up as themselves, to create content that resonates for their client and no one else's, to show up in a way that they feel really good about, are those that are going to be most successful from a marketing perspective. My friend Danny Fava, who works at InvestNet, she published the 4 social megatrends that she sees coming, and she calls it the age of the creator. And I couldn't agree more. I think that advisors in 5 years' time will be creating more content and distributing that content digitally than what we're currently seeing today, and doing so in ways that are really powerful. I think recently we've seen some sort of very interesting examples of this with what happened on Reddit, with GameStop, with what you see
Yeah.
happening on TikTok, which the personal finance hashtag is one of their most popular hashtags, but it's not being delivered by financial advisors. It's being
Mm.
delivered by influencers that actually have nothing, they just don't have the background. And
Yeah.
so there are people doing it. And so it's going to be about those financial advisors that figure it out. So I think it's sort of going to be the rise of advisors creating content, whether or not they own their own business or they're part of a huge field force. I think that that's something that we're really going to see. I also think that specific to the independent RIA community, we will start to see national brands become household names in the same
Mm.
way that you see that right now with, some of the larger wirehouses that, have that really strong brand recognition. I think that we will start to see, based on what's happening today, the rise of national independent RIA brands that have brand equity that is competing with the likes of, the Merrill Lynch's and the Morgan Stanleys.